Alright, now we're live. Let me just. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those streams today. And I know. Sucks it's April Fool's. I couldn't think of something fun. Alright, let's begin this shit. Well, first let me put on my headphones. Let me lower the volume real quick on my side. Game loud as shit. I think we were about to. Damn, it's still too loud. Let me. Sorry. I'm trying not to. Turn it down. Alright, there we go. Yeah, okay, everything's good. So, left everything off on chapter 2X. I'm gonna just go fishing. Huh? Okay, what? That should not have happened. Okay. I don't know if I got. We're doing no DC right now. Then there's also a bug happening. Never seen that happen though. Eh. Well, I have less uses of the rescue staff than I'll file a complaint. This chapter is notorious for killing people. I think I do have it under control. Okay, first of all, I need to make sure it did use my rescue staffs. Man. Alright, oh well. Yeah, F it, we ball, I think is the mindset. Now let me get this to BR. We do have a lot of like minor stat boosting items. I think we'd probably save them for later. Gosh, let me lower this volume again. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's set up formation real quick because this game has a. This map this is like probably one of the only maps where I say like the default formation's actually bad. I'm gonna swap these two places. Can we keep Fred? Yeah, we could keep Fred up here. Swap these two around. Hey, let's ball. Estelle's pretty shit. No need to sugarcoat it. Though we probably could use her. She does have a Barret doesn't kill unless she crits. Yeah, we take those chances. Oh well. How enemies in range on up down here? No, what we want is her to be right here. And then Halberdier is always a good item. And then we should, yeah. And then the plan here is to move Jaka down south to where Coulter and Barret is. Have him help down there because I don't think he'd be useful up here. And we can send Fred to kill this one. 32. What am I doing my math? No, that is 32. That's 30 exact. Then yeah. Wish he dodged, but oh well. And then we move Jocker south. As for what we're gonna do with these, for the top west, what the fuck? Top left. I think Sham doesn't kill unless he crits. Can he kill the Mystic though? No. Just crit boost bod, and then no, he weapon triangle fucks him. Yeah, that works. And then good dodge. We take those. Yeah, we could risk this. Cause I'm pretty sure either this Centaur would go for Sham or he'll try to go for the tent. What is Sham's level right now? Yeah. No, Jaka should be. Yeah, he's almost captain skilled. Coulter got pretty good strength levels last stream when I did this, so. And then. Good. And then. We could probably. I think. I might actually use Estelle this run. If she doesn't die. The only issue with Estelle is like how squishy she is, but she does get Adept. No, she doesn't get that on our route because we chose no DC. Damn. Getting DC'd, fuck, screwed is like not something on my agenda today. Oh yeah, I forgot there was that one up there. Yeah, sounds fine. So I think Stell's kind of useless without Dawn support. I mean, he could get Amelia support, but that's also just kind of whatever. It's just kind of you're wasting Amelia support just to make bad unit slightly more tolerable. Tanks those. That's good. Could do Albert support, but I really need Albert support for either. If Thea level's good, which I don't think she will, because I think she missed a couple strength levels. No, it has to be Isabel. He has to support Isabel 10 out of 10 times. Damn, he went straight for English is fine. Oh well. He levels next music playthrough. That's good. And then Victoria comes. Depends on. Actually, Victoria level's decent on this map. We could probably use her. I don't know yet. It's outside of like the obvious Jaka, and that's about the only ones I plan on probably bringing. If Barrett level's good, I do plan on taking her at least to late game. Only issue with Barrett is she is way too squishy. Obviously, I think I'm gonna probably try to use Isabel. Gonna use Angelus too. I just gotta be more careful with him because he is just prone to die late game. Then okay. Actually, I think I could feed because I don't really plan on using Graham in this playthrough. So, if anything, we could probably feed Victoria some free strength items, and yeah, feed her strength items, and then we could do Beam Victoria. If I was a sane man, which I don't think I am. Okay, then I didn't start their support. Then yeah, if I didn't start Jaka, oh yeah, because Jaka can't get a support through this unless I kill Alonda, which I don't plan on doing. And yes, I could give one of my units Vengeance. Issue is Coulter's been leveling really good, so it might either be Coulter or Victoria. Victoria ends up decent. Nice. Can we get a good Runa level? Yes, we can. Damn. And we'll see. Yeah, yeah, fuck it. Let's see if we can try to get Beam Victoria online for this playthrough, because that'd be fun to watch, and it'd probably be fun to use. Unnecessary Glacius plaque, but yeah, we take those. Good Sham level. Yes. Damn, we've been 2 for 0 on 2 for 2 for levels tonight. Nice. And we want hand act equipped. Cynthia. No, she has a above odds chance of dying. Nice. Unnecessary, but nice. Let's see. Okay, so the horse went straight for the tent. Gotcha. Missed the 85, okay. I feel like I'm okay with going no DC, but I feel like just not having DC just ugh. No renewal, no early aptitude on Jaka. Yeah, she dodged. Good. Can she double hit? Nope. Shady hit rates, strike again. Okay. Okay, so this is like the turn they start. Okay. Depends. I could probably, if we can, I could probably see if I can set Runa up so she could just take this side all by herself. And then if once we get Runa and Angela set up on this top left, we can send Bod and Sham down because there will be another mage mystic who starts spawning here. And then right side is pretty secure. If we could, all we have to do is get Coulter to here. Top left, this one's always the hardest to deal with just because graham crackers right there. But I believe it. I believe. Oh, we got a crit. I was about to say I would like to give it to Runa, but Bod wants that XP tonight, I guess. S-rank swords, that don't really matter. Golden egg. Then yeah, we can start sending Sham down. Yep. Alright, we got the top left secured. That means we just gotta secure the bottom other three. Zach does help out a lot. Yeah, sorry. Zach does help out a lot. I just also Okay, we could wait one more turn for Vicky. Only issue is I think there's a horse with a 2 range weapon coming up. We can't put. I mean, we can. No. Yeah, no. Can't. Let's just do that. We gotta wait for that then. Let's see here on this side. Can we get hit? No. Alright. That's whatever. His only job right now is just to switch, make this con switch from halberdier to iron bow. We can. Best part about Zach though is I think we could get Lumina staff on chapter. What chapter is it? It's the one with the the boat map. I deadass forgot the chapter number of it. Good. We get Lumina, then that means we could actually get another. Let me move my screen. Okay, I gotta make sure that I didn't fuck up with my OBS. No, it didn't. Good. Novice streamer here. You played any of the mods? I played the one you did. I haven't finished it though. No, I played a few of the AS mods. Excellent connection. Making sure everything's fine on mine. Yeah, no, I played a few of the AS mods. I made one myself, but it was mostly just like a shitpost type of thing. Like Rifle Fred Ether Fred is like. I do plan on making an updated version of it. Nice, crit. We like those. But I'm gonna wait for like the definitive edition of this game to come out sometime in summer before I drop it. Before I start progress on it. Also, Sub-Zap. Nice to see be able to make it. You missed it though, Zap. We encountered a huge bug that also wasted 2 of my rescue staff uses. Apparently, like when we were doing the paralog, yeah, the paralog. Apparently, Estelle was damaged when I restarted the map, and like she popped a concussion, and then Lily went over it, then rescued her twice. because of Angelus. I've never seen that bug happen before. And alright, cool. Oh, it's a steel bow, not an iron bow. Doesn't really matter. Damn. This motherfucker hit. I need. Oh. Can she dodge? No, she can't. I don't know what I expect. Alright, cool. We are behind on the top right, but outside of that, we're doing pretty decent on this map so far. We could probably have Bod go help, but I prefer to have him at the bottom here, because he has nothing to really do outside of. No, let's just send Bod to the bottom right, left with Sham. Good. We're another good as usual. So we can get another good Runa level. Sure, that's fine. I can take that. So I think we might use Runa if she continues to level good. Do Angelus and Sham support with her. Usually you probably want Dark Magic on Runa for Void Flare, but we're in a match. Now, this is like the optimal strat to do on this map, is to have Runa and Angelus take care of this side. But I know you don't. I know you want to know too much about that, since like your Runa always dies for some reason. Almer has Ether. Ugh. To be honest, I think Ether is just one of those abilities that are just poorly designed. Like, I get the concept of it, and I'm pretty sure it was like fun when pretty sure the Radiant Dawn players like lost their shit when they saw it. Nah, there's something up with you and killing child units, bro. Now I gotta find a way to have. Oh, let's see what. No, let's send Barrett over here too. I think it's better to have that secured. Nah, I don't know, Zab. I feel like it's just something with you and child units just constantly dying. I cannot. Shining, she kills. And then the Centaur. I don't have to worry about Estelle here because the Centaur will always target child units are made out of wet paper. Yeah, they usually are. I don't have to worry about Estelle here because the Centaur who just spawned will always go for Lily because Lily can't counterattack. Just because that's how GBA AI works. That's a decent Estelle level, by the way. I should probably make note of that. I'm going to save up on rescue stats because I did the bug happened, so I don't have it. Whose side still need to move? Oh, Lily. I was just on her. We can make our wait. And then Coulter should be fine here. Some things are cursed to happen. I never have a good BRK. Every time I try to train him, he gets nothing, not even strength. Damn. Now there are some characters I consider empty wells where like no matter how much you put into it, it'll just never fill. But I mean I had a decent BRK here and there, but yeah, BRK does feel like an empty well character. No matter how much you try to pour into him, he just does not turn out that well. Though I know LTA gets good at BRKs. Okay, that's when. And we get rescue staff. I meant to rescue staff Barrett, not Sham. Oh well. Optimal gaming, optimal playing, gameplay from the streamer. Bjarki should be fine here. Hopefully. Yeah, I say hopefully. Let's see. Sham. Coulter, not Sham. Sham's on the other side of the map. And then we could have Chaka kill. Yeah, I'm just about to level. A rank lances, that's decent. That means we can start using silver and lances. I got a punch a hole through this top left. Damn, nice crit. We still got 3 turns, but yeah, I didn't need to at least kill Graham. I'm gonna head out. I have a video that needs to be worked on. I'm gonna look with the stream and run. Alright, thanks for stopping by. No. Though I might not kill Graham because he's like the earliest access to a longbow we have in this game. Let me move my mic. Let's see here. And then Coulter should be fun because none of these centaurs really have good hit rates on them. Yeah, he's definitely fine. Just... Oh, great. That's nice. Take those. Actually, is Bjarki dead here? Actually, no. The top left one, the top one on the mountain peak won't go for him. Yeah. I think both of them go for a little nut here, actually. So Bjarki might be fine. Alright, good. Yeah. Sheesh. Alright, we definitely gotta find a way to break through this. Okay, good. And then... I don't want to sacrifice Victoria here because I do want to use her. We could probably... Can't... No, she's too far away, but can she crit? No, it's not worth it. Let's just put her up though. And then... I guess we could have Sam be in range. I meant to use this Abato. Oh well. Nice. And then... Only issue is he has a Brave Axe, and losing... Actually, I think he might go for Victoria. Then yeah, let's see how that goes. Worst case, we lose Sam. Actually, that's not even worst case. I think worst case, we lose both Vicky and Sam. That's a pretty bad level, but Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that's good. Crit? Nope. That's a good way to start the sport. Is there any reason? Victory reminds me of Reichner, same skill, but swords instead of lances. Nice. Lances with brave effect is probably better than swords. Damn cult. Can Sean kill here? 32. And a Bjarki. So we can have Bjarki. No, that'd be risky as shit. And it could also get us. Let's see. If Sean can hit both, then I think Bjarki could kill. Good. It's risky, but we ball. There we go. Got a good level, hopefully. Damn! That was a good level. We hit the 5%. His only flaw is that he breathes the wrong way. He dies. Nah, but that damn, that's crit on a 96%. Yeah, that does sound like a bad flaw to have, is being too weak, too squishy, where you can't like properly enemy phase. But at least like he's in lances, Vicky's in swords, so like the 1-2 range difference doesn't matter a lot. Issue here. I think that means we got top the two left. Yeah, we got the two left sides secured. But trust me, like if Vicky had like hell, even if Vicky and Ariel switched like classes where Vicky's the axe cav and Ariel's the sword cav, I think Vicky would be leagues better already. Alright, let's see how this turn goes. Oh. Yeah, I'm surprised she doesn't, but I guess that's for the sake to make her different from her, Does Sam dodge? Nah, Sam doesn't dodge. I'm pretty sure the only reason Vicky can't be promoted to Paladin is because they want to make her play different than, her, cousin. Oh, Sam's dead. That sucks. First death of the Ironman, but he comes back. We just don't get, what's her name? We don't get, Chris Fiend. I think we're just gonna start focusing down on this boss. Oh my god, you had a 27, it was a 27 hit. Come on now. Yeah, Christina's not good enough anyways to use. But it does like we don't even get the option to use her. And you know what? Let's ball and just see if Thea can kill. Well, first we gotta see if... Oh, damn, we got hit. So that means I do gotta heal. Bot dead? No, definitely not. He should be dodging though. I don't know why he's not dodging. Oh, wait, shit. Bot might actually be dead. Ah, fuck me. Well, shit. Yeah. I guess that's the end of the first run. It sucks too, because I just talked shit about how that chapter ain't all that, and that happened. Oh well. I did I misplayed that map horribly. I should have had Vicky in the top right side there way sooner than she was. Alright, well, Let's start. Alright, before I do this, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I'll be right back, chat. Alright, I'm back. But I think that was just case in point why DC is as good as it is, because the res boost that it gave would have made sure bot didn't die there. Oh well. Alright, let's do this like we normally do. Excuse me. Coulter Thea. Speaking of units, gosh, Thea. Ooh. Thea kind of shut. I know Thea was made purposely bad because, I don't know, Manx thought it'd be funny. But God, like, even when you get a good Thea, she still feels awful to use. I feel like just the fact this game's so 1-2 range focused and Thea just does not have any good 1-2 range options just fucks her over that badly. And like, it's made even worse because I think she has some like the best support skills she could get. She gets knee heal, which is really good, but obviously her biggest competition is literally the best unit in the game for that. She has Sham support, which gives her Defiant, but Defiant's good on her, but like Sham support is also really needed for other characters. Like Runa and Shay need it for magic access. I think Coulter and Thea is good for the Pekkas, but like then at that point you might as well just sack Thea off. Thea's good for the first 6 chapters and then get Pekkas and die on chapter 7. Yeah, that's probably the best strat to use Thea for, is for Coulter support and then just chop her, put her head in the chop block. She also gives like noticeably one of the worst support rewards in the game. She gives what's it called? Tantivity, I think it's called Tantivity. Tantivity to Theo. Skill that only works if Theo's by himself, but like you don't really want Theo by himself because he has Guardian. It just, God, everything about this unit just feels so shit. She plays like Lynn, but like at least Lynn has like a good niche. She gets bow access when she promotes, and I guess that's all it's going for Lynn. I guess she does get the Luna Sword, but is that what it's called? The Moonblade? She does get Luna on a sword, but the issue is it's 60, even with the 60 uses, it's still really limited. And you don't want to be wasting your hammer stats on it. You want to use your hammer stats on like some actually important stuff like other regalias. Regalias are limited items like the longbow, for example, or the rune sword. It just feels like, I don't know, just made her villager and buffed her gross. She can promote it to thief or Murdine. And then either assassin or swordmaster that can dagger access. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I think the villager thing also kind of makes more sense for her character because I know she is technically trained. I think she said that in support. Well, she says that in, there's a dialogue that says she's trained, but then she says in the support with, Albert that she's not trained at all, so I don't know. The only issue is making her support is making her a villager is that she's more or less guaranteed. Damn, you did not need to crit that guy. The issue of making her a villager is like villagers inherently have more levels to give, and so you're kind of banking a lot. I'm not making a lot. You're probably get like, how am I trying to explain this? Well, you said they buff her growth, so I'm gonna guess they buff their strength growth. And let's just assume villagers has 20 in each cap. You do that, and then you promote her into either Thief or Merm, which you're probably gonna go Thief 9 out of 10 times. Then you already got a pretty high static Thief. Relatively, you should have it by level second map if you're using Thea like consistently. If she's a villager. 45 strength, then yeah, that's, I mean, you can get unlucky with 45, that is still pretty low. I don't want silver lance, you save your silver lances. But then you're gonna have an issue where your Thea is gonna be like overstated for like the early game. Which I guess, yeah. I mean, that's also something Natalie kind of has an issue with on the, Natalie has that effect on this game where she can easily get overstated. I mean, you can't, I want to say you can reliably do it, but you can get her to level 10 on her join map, and then you could rock Thief Natalie, or it's either Thief or Mercenary. You're not going Nat no matter, I don't, unless you're a psychopath or you want to try like Swordmaster Natalie for some reason. That's also an issue of this game. I think Assassin's way too strong. I think though it's balanced out by like I think Natalie and Colt are the only ones who can go into it. Well, thank you. Rogue is also good, but I think Rogue has bad caps if I remember. And like the only rogue character you get besides Natalie is Jesse, and Jesse has a lot of issues besides just how his bad caps. I do love Sam's palette. Ooh, that's an amazing palette sprite. Pray to God, Jaka ain't dead here. Oh, thank God. I was about to say that I've had to restart my run on the first map. Speaking of Jaka, do we get a good Jaka level? That we do. That we do. Surprised he didn't level defense. I'm pretty sure he has a decent defense stat growth. And then Sham joins. Let me see. Nah, 40's pretty. 40's decent, but yeah. No, he doesn't have a vulnerary. Coulter does, but I have to move that. Yeah, no, that's it. There's no point to rebuff or rework Sam or Morty because they're so limited. Well, Morty's limited how many maps you can have him. Sam, you do have him for you pretty much have him for all of early game. The issue is that like Sam has one job and his job is to be the Jagan. And he does pretty, Sam does pretty decent well for the Jagan. Plays more like Marcus, I think. I know Manx did say Marcus was his, is in his opinion the best designed Jagan. I could get. Then no, Jagan's just like Jagan's such a weird archetype. Because like the 3DS era, I guess they had the Jagan, what's his name? Crap, what was his name? He had like the best crit quote in the game. Frederick. Frederick is a really good Jagan, but like outside of that, they kind of stopped after Frederick for the Jagan archetype. Nah, and he also gives lives to serve, and I think he if you're playing on new patch, he gives Lone Wolf to Barrett. The issue with Lone Wolf Barrett is just Barrett already has like a high enough crit has a lot of crit. She doesn't really need more assists than that. Battle Vet Fred, I know you do need if you're trying to get early access to I don't really like archetypes. Feels a lot. A lot of them feel like arbitrary for me. I could get that. If you tried a lot of FE ROM hacks, a lot of them try to do something different with the Jagan. I know. This is not the best example. I know Samuel's like damn near 1-to-1 a Jagan. I'm trying to think of like a ROM hack I played recently. I know Golden Country, they changed the Jagan archetype a lot. For one, your Jagan's more of a thief. Well, she's a trickster, so she has staff and thief utility. And then you do get another Jagan on I think it's the third map. Get another Jagan on the third map, but he's pretty weak. But if you keep on using him till the late game, he gets a horse, which makes him slightly better. I don't know. It's still like I think that's a weird gimmick to do with a Jagan, though. And despite how much I hate the game, I know as much as I hate Vision Quest doesn't really have a Jagan, which I think makes that game. I like the tower as a Jagan because he is still a pretty solid staffer even after in-game, yeah. It's the tower part of the... What's the tower from? I know you said it earlier. I'm trying to think of the game you're talking about. Oh, from Krillian. I gotta pass them. Look at caution. Oh, he's the war monk. Yeah. Yeah, there's ways to counteract the. There's certain ways ROM hacks try to go around the whole issue of a Jagan. To be honest, my personal opinion, either make the Jagan like limited, like you have a limited amount of chapters with them, or okay, I dodged. Either limit how many chapters you have the Jagan, or just straight up give them a utility even once they stop being useful. I know despite all Radiant Dawn's really questionable design choices, I know the Jagan in that game's a thief, and he has a lot of utility, but he's also really necessary for the early game. I'm thinking, is it Radiant Dawn or is it whatever that sequel game is? Path of Radiance, I think. No, Path of Radiance is the one with Ike as the main character. It's been way too long since I touched the Talia's game. Again, I think ROM hackers are kind of like ROM makers are kind of stuck in a particular position where you do need a Jagan for a lot of ROMs, unless you design an early game around the fact you don't have one. Which, honestly, it's better just to have the Jagan, because Vision Quest's biggest issue with its early game is since you don't have a Jagan, a lot of the enemies, there's not like a character you could just have kill an enemy. Kind of sad. Radiant Dawn has some questionable games. Yeah. Radiant Dawn, though, is more trying to tell a story than it was trying to be like a gameplay thing. I could probably recruit, see if I could get recruitable Rod. Nice. Oh, that's not nice. That's an awful level. What the fuck? I mean, I could also think of a few ROM. Soul of the Forest has a Jagan, but like the Jagan does next to nothing, just because of how like stat inflated that game is. And then, ugh. Soul of the Forest is an entirely different random of a game. Ugh. Does he crit or does he miss? He hits, but he doesn't crit. Move Oh well. That's what you get for for that shit speed level. Okay, I gotta be careful here because I know Rod will probably target Sam. Oh my god. Yeah, don't get me started on Soul of the Forest. I get, like, I'm all for like trying to have creative ideas, but god damn. I don't even know where to start with Soul of the Forest. It's just that bad. I think I could get past like the inflated stack, the growth rates being as high as they are. But it just feels like they want to neuter everything. Heroes with no axes, unless straight up just heroes with no axes, unless I cannot grasp that concept. Alright, that's good. That means we get recruitable Rod. The only thing I can say I liked about Soul of the Forest was I think I liked the double axe change where it more or less just makes you unhittable. But since it's a brave weapon with only 16 uses, and once it breaks, you just lose that unit. Makes it where you can't spam it. But the issue comes is just at that point, there's just a certain amount of times you just, yeah, my bad, I'm stuttering on my own word. It's just like, yeah. And I'm pretty sure Soul of the Forest has, I don't know how what AI you formula to use, but I'm pretty sure the enemies don't see a hit on the Devil Axe users. They won't even go for them. So, are we going DC or no DC? Fuck. I think I might go to DC just because I wanna. There's a master dagger. I haven't got that far in the game to get that. Flip a coin. Sure. Alright, if we get heads, we DC, tails, no DC. Alright, I got heads. So we're going DC this route. I'm fine with that. One thing. I opened OBS not. Alright, let's take DC. Oh, that sounds dumb though. See, that's like that's a prime example of just questionable game choices. Why though? Alright. At least with DC, this takes a lot less planning. I feel like when you're designing a game, you gotta think to yourself, why does this do this? And is there use for it? A master weapon, like you just said, a master dax where the enemies can't counterattack. Yes, there's a use for it, but why does it do this? If you can't explain to a why, then just don't make it. Let's see. Again, I feel like Andaron Saga has that issue where like there's some weapons in this game where there's just like a why do you have this? Actually, not even Andaron. I think Rebellion Saga is pretty bad with that. A lot of it's just a why is this here? I probably should. I probably do my first normal form videos or review on Rebellion Saga. See, the issue is I just gotta force myself to play it, and God, I just do hate that game. Well, with DC route, that means we could get early aptitude Jaka. So we might just go for that. Yeah, let's go. That's a pretty mid-level, but oh well. Okay. God damn. Like I said, I can't really defend Soul of the Forest. There's just so much wrong with that game's design, the choices. I feel like also something that really strikes me with that game is I'm okay with trying to. Look, either you do supports and have them written out, or you just don't do supports. You don't just have like a fake ass support system with select characters and just like not like flesh out the supports. I think I want Sam to do this. Also, I think the main, if I remember right, the main lord was an archer who got promoted to cav knight, if I remember. I also think that's dumb. Why is the no? He gets he gets bow and staff axes, which why staff axes? Like, that's a decent sound level. I don't know. There's so much about the game I just don't get. Maybe that's it. I just shouldn't. You're just not morally able to comprehend the design choices. Nice. No, Bowlord's fine. I just think like once he promotes into his once he like gets into his promoted class, he shouldn't be bow locked anymore. He should be able to use at least lances, swords, or if you're really prone to make him more magical based, like since they gave him staffs for some reason, could have gave him anima magic. Damn. Never punished. Oh, the end game bow. So it's probably like on that FE7 timing where like the FE7 at least made sense in case like your Lin or your Ellie would got fucked up with got fucked with leveling. But like God, the Monikati being as dog shit as it is forever funny to me. That's also an issue. That's not even a soul of I did not mean to rescue her. That's not even a soul of the forest issue. That's just like an issue of some ROM hacks in general. They seem to have like a really weird thing of trying to make the PRF weapons really strong. Oh, shoot. I mean, hit my mic. Actually, I think Andaron, like the Saga series, has that issue too, where like a lot of the regalias, they're really too strong, especially Gale Shot. The only thing balancing Gale Shot is it's limited to 2 units, but like, is it really a restriction when one of the said units is one of the best units in the game? And Haley ain't too bad either. Like Haley's decent. Kurt, you're gonna use Kurt either way, like unless you just don't feel like using that Kurt. But if you're trying to play optimally, you want Kurt because he has Canta Plus on base, which is just a broken skill. Level up. Let's say we get a good level. I didn't think he'll level speed, but sure. Next thing you know, Bjarki's gonna be fucking running a marathon. And like, Rosethorn and Gladiotus being the weakest. Well, Rosethorn makes sense because it's pretty easy to get, and like even yeah, Rosethorn's just easy to get. So I get why they want to make that weaker. Why the fuck is Gladiotus so bad? Cultist should be fine. Yeah. They locked Gladiators behind like easily one of the hardest side bosses. Like, well, he's not really a side boss. He's the main boss of one map, but he's a optional boss on two. Wow. I feel like I shouldn't be asking too much questions. Nice. I mean, I can also ask why is the Barwick shield locked behind literally the last. Nah, I don't even think you can get the Barwick shield unless you have Isabel do the 1v1 with Galahad. So. But like the Barwick shield's not even that strong. It's like I think it's just a holy symbol that gives you defense and res. And then we could probably kill here with Sam. Yeah, true. At least, like, I guess that is true, since they are described in lore to be really strong. And, like, yeah. And then, like, at least, like, the challenge of getting them makes it, like, you feel like you're rewarded for doing it. It's just, like, the issue is, like, some of them are really strong. Like I said, the Gale Shot. The Gale Shot's hard. The Gale Shot's hard as hell to get, but, like, once you get it, you're more or less, your card is more or less set for like late game, as long as you keep the Gale Shot in peak condition. It's just then you have stuff like the Ash Cleaver. The Ash Cleaver's kind of useless. Like, I guess it's good only unless you get a good. Also, my Biarca leveled another speed point. That's good. Because Aerial's a mid unit at best, and like, well, yes, Graham is good. There's some Graham is better because he has bow access, and he's like one of your best bow units. So I don't know. Yep. Then you got like Regalias that kind of feel like nothing burgers, like the Void Flare, which I mean I guess you do need it if you're trying to solo as not solo. If you want to kill Asmodeus, you do need Void Flare. But like getting Void Flare is such a nothing burger like thing, because I mean I guess there's some players who can't kill Nemesis. So yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'm just like being too harsh and just like trying to think of like nothing critiques. This thing is bad because it doesn't have proper game iteration. We're rescue Fred over here. Good money. Also, I might be wrong, but also isn't the Alistair like locked behind the same map you get the Hellblazer? Cause I deadass don't remember how you get the Alistair in this game. Oh yeah, I think it is the map you get because it'll be on the corpse of one of the corpses of the Harbingers. Oh, then yeah, it's even. Oh my god, and Amazing his infinite design wisdom. Why the fuck is it like on the borderline near last map of the game? I'm pretty sure all of them can use it. Lily definitely needs to support at least. We're sure Thea, Christina, if she goes paladin, can use it. The issue is Thea's like the only one who probably should use it because he's the only one with like decent level magic growth. Yeah, if you got it in 14. The issue with getting it in 14, you need a reason for you to get it in 14. Rose Thorn, you had to do a whole support chain for. Oh, definitely didn't mean to skip. Sorry, Jim. I feel like if you get Lily to, if you promote it Lily and do Sam support, you should be able to get the Alistair. I don't know, maybe I'm just like grasping at straws to make... At least they make up for it, because at least the Alistair is pretty decent in Rebellion Saga. With Wrath Vantage Plus. Nah, Vantage Plus doesn't work with crits. Sadly. I'd say I don't even think normal Vantage works with crits on the GBA system, unfortunately. I'm just thinking, I feel like the Jarl's got better weapons because the Ragnarok's at least a decent weapon. We could, even if this Viking dies, Runa should be able to survive the Shaman if they go for her. Nope. No dodges. Damn. Yeah, the Ragnarok's good. The only issue it has is it's not 1-2 range, but you can. I guess not everything can be. Okay, good. That means we definitely should be able to get the Hunter Bow. And if we're trying to do all secret challenges, which I'm not, but it'd be nice to see if we can do all of them. And that means we could probably get the secret challenge on this map done too. Yeah, no, Ralph kind of sucks. Yeah, like you said, it's just his recruitment. And like, if you can't get him on level 10 on his Zag joining chapter, he's just not good. He's too behind already. So like, you pretty much get 2 maps to grind him up to be a good Jarl, like good level points for Jarl. Which I know some people can do with I think the strat is get him to level 10, put him in what class promotes him to hero? It's been so long since I used Ralph. Viking promotes him to whatever class puts him in the hero. Whatever class put him in the hero line. You want to promote him to that, so you can promote him to the hero. Even in like, even if you get Ralph near like to the point where he could become a good Jarl, it's just like at that point, like why not waste all this? If you're doing all that, why not put that in Sacred or put that in Helga joins like I think a chapter after, and she's way better as a unit. Well, Helga's one of the best units in the game, so yeah. Or better yet, why not have Barrett or Bjarki trained up? I'm pretty sure Ralphir also kind of just suffers because I think his supports are bad too, if I remember. I know he gets a Tome Breaker from Sigrid, which is, I mean, not a bad skill, but like it's such a nothing skill on Ralphir because at least he could counterattack. I guess maybe because his res sucks, but eh. And then he gets Crispine Wrath, which is a good skill for Crispine, but like Crispine has so many other supports she'd rather be doing. I do know, actually, yeah, let's not get too hasty. I think if I remember correctly, in the with the rebuild, they made it where he can get sturdy stance from Bjarki, and I think he gets Axe Fair from Halfdan. I could be wrong though. I had to check. That's good Shaman level. Excuse me. Probably be a shorter stream tonight because I am tired. I walked nearly 2 miles yesterday just for the fun of it. I healed the wrong unit. Yeah, well. I at least want to get at least beat chapter 3 tonight. Alright, let's see how this turn turns. Oh, shoot. Also, the issue with Ragnarok, since I was talking about, I think just a lot of the Ragnarok users just don't want to use Ragnarok outside of like Helga could probably get away with using it, but she rather has a Nos Tome. Excuse me. Helga rather have a Nos Tome or like I bet nah. It depends on how you're trying to use Helga, but she has Gale Force. Ragnarok's good because I mean she could kill the enemy and get out. Barrett, if you're using Barrett to the late game where she should have enough crit where you rather just have her have a killer axe and make sure she does. Bjarki can use it, but I also think it's better just to put a Brave Axe on him or Tomahawk. Or since he promotes into a warrior, you could probably just slap a bow on him and have him do all that. And like you said, Chris, but I think Ralph Near just kind of sucks, unfortunately. So like, there's no real. So but I guess if you do use him, he is your best Ragnarok user. That's why Sam doesn't double her. Whatever. Yeah, if he was recruited early, he would be decent. Yeah. Apparently in New Dawn, the one Clock's making, you can get. I think you get Ralph Near on chapter 2. But they also made it where Bjarki's a pre-promote, so I don't know how that's all gonna look. Can we get a good Barret? Damn. That's a decent level. You know, she level strength. That's all that matters. Damn, we're really ahead of schedule on this. Interesting Balance also does that, as he can promote the Axe Cap pretty hood unit to train. A pretty good unit to train on Chapter 6, the Holy Axe. Yeah. I feel like if we got Ralph near Chapter 2, though... no, I feel like Natalie'd still be better as a unit because her classes she promotes into are better. Even with Axe Cav, even with Axe Cav, I feel like Natalie would be better than Ralph. Quick question: does the rebalance like using it's like on the old Andaron thing where trying to think of like what the biggest changes? There's like old balance like where Ralph near supports are still limited, or like can he support with Barret and Bjarki? Can we get a good Fred level? Well, I guess that's good. I don't know, Fred's like one of those units where I know he's like a top 10 unit, but goddamn, I just cannot get good levels on him. Okay. I kind of prefer that. I kind of prefer the old one where Jaka just gave 4+4 HP. Because Aptitude Jaka just kind of makes the whole Dawn Caller route even more fortuitous, I guess. Alright. Shit, I'm tired. Yeah. Like I said, I at least want to get to Chapter 3 or beat Chapter 3 before we call it. Okay then. And then I think the boss spawns now after this. Yeah. Yep. I think I know what you're talking about now. The rebalance. Doesn't that give a bod rally spectrum? Apparently, a lot of like breed changes of this game give pod rally spectrum for some reason. Then yeah, I played the rebalance. I just probably haven't finished it. I mean, I'll probably see if I'm down to try it. But I probably should put. I'm surprised Jaka missed the 90. I'm probably gonna. Andela? Probably. I don't know. It's been way too long since I actually played it, so I can't tell you much. I probably shouldn't risk Barret like this, so I'll just probably just put her up one. Nah, that's a nice level. Yarky's screwing me on his XP gain though. Oh my god. Okay then. Alright. You know what? Yeah, we're probably gonna just call it after this map. I'm way too tired. Let's see. King crit? Nope. Okay. You're actually screwing me on his XP gain because he is just not hitting anybody up here. I need to remember to mute my Discord pings before I start streaming. Nice. That's a good lowly level, damn. That's not a bad Shaman level. Alright. Yeah, we ball. Nah, yeah, I see that. Look, since I'm about to end streams, so I'm gonna say the RS ran for a different day. I do agree that that is another issue of the RS. It seems like you want to have as much units as. I think the Golem map is probably the biggest example because that's such a free XP map. Outside of like, because before the gas spawns, the gas units spawn, you pretty much get a decent amount of XP from all the monsters. It's just the issue is you can't really have every unit you want deployed. You have to, because you're forced to obviously you're forced to use you're forced to use Galahad. Then I think you get 4 other units to deploy, and you definitely want at least a bow user. So Callum or Rosa, your bow Rosa, if you got that, you want to deploy them. Then you want also another issue, you straight up just don't have a dedicated healer in RS. Alright, last level of the stream. Does Fred get good? Yeah, I'll save my RS ran for another day because god no, he does not. We might get a tank Fred before we get a DPS Fred. Shit. Alright, let me get to the paralog. It sucks too, because like RS has like a lot of, how do I want to say this? RS has a lot of interesting unit ideas, but I also feel like due to this, Callum can heal and Nathan if you go A route. True. And Nate, yeah, but not everybody's gonna go A route, so you are put up behind a healer if you try to go the B route. Which, in all fairness, you should never go B route unless you're mentally ill. Alright, last time I saved manually here, I caused a bug, so I'm just gonna do that. Alright. Closing thoughts before I end stream. This was a shorter stream, and as I am tired. I walked home yesterday. It was like a near 2-hour walk. So I'm definitely gonna do a longer stream Thursday, and hopefully on a better time. But thanks for stopping by, everybody, and have a good one.